Why do I feel like I'm the only person alive who can't operate a camera? Oh my god. Anyway, I should probably start by saying hi, you guys. Hi. If you're still here, hi. I'm so happy you are here with me. Ew. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. And like a minute would be like, what, 3 years now? It's been about 3 years. There's a fuzz on my lip. But listen, I've thought about it so many times. I wanted to come back. I talked about it. I thought about it. I planned for it. I would make my little list of like things I wanted to talk about, and then the time would come and I would just not do it. And then another month would go by. But you know what? Today's the day. It's a rainy day outside. So I was like, yes, I could be doing homework, or I could come on and make my return to my channel. So if you are here, if you're watching this, hi, welcome back. And thank you for still being here. If you've never been here before and you're new, hi, you should hang out. We're fun here. I like to think we're fun here. But first and foremost, I feel like I should preface with this. I know I don't ever want, because I know I see comments on other videos, on other like Instagrams, channels, all that stuff. Videos like this, channels like this, like things where we're not having super in-depth conversations here, guys. Like, this is just a light, fun place. I know it can seem very like, you're out of touch. You don't care about what's going on in the world. There's like serious problems out there and you're on here talking about lip gloss. You guys, that's kind of like the point. The world right now, and I felt this back when we were like in the midst of COVID, like there was so much going on. The world was crazy. It felt very heavy, very stressful, very chaotic. And that's why I started this channel in the first place, because I wanted to have a place that was like this community where it didn't have to be heavy or like intense or depressing. Like, this is like a fun place for us to get together and talk about things that we love and things that make us happy and things that are fun and light and easy. And it's a place where it doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter what your religion is, what your political party is, if you even care about that or not. Your gender, like, it doesn't matter. Anybody can come hang out here and we're going to talk about stuff that's fun and stuff that we like. We're talking about money that we shouldn't have spent on. Now that I'm looking at this pile of things, it's fine. But that's the point, you guys. You're welcome here. If you're watching this, you're welcome here. It's going to be fun. We're just embracing the things that make life feel a little less heavy. So with that being said, welcome. Today, just to start things off again on a familiar foot, I thought I would talk about some favorite things. I did. Listen, we're friends here. There's no secrets. I did have some tanner on and we had a little accident. It is what it is. Thanks for not judging me in advance. First, what should we start with? Let's talk about that. Since I'm pointing out tanner anyway, let's talk about tanner. You guys know, if you've been here for a minute, you know the journey I have taken with self-tanner. I have been everywhere and in between with my self-tanner, you guys. I've tried them all. I swear, I've tried them all. If it's out there, I've tried it. But there was one I had not tried, and I have since tried. And that is the Luxe Unfiltered tanner. And she's kind of got the whole shebang going on, because we've got the tanning mousse and the Gradual lotion, which this one, they're not all like this, but this one is, do you see I'm like so caffeinated, I'm shaking. This one is like, it's white. It's not a tinted Gradual tan, which I love, because I want to be able to put it on, and if you're wearing it during the day, I want to be able to put it on and go. I don't want to have to think about it. I don't want to have to like worry if it's getting on my clothes. I just want to put it on and get dressed and go. So I love that. This is a tried and true. I've already used it, obviously, and I will say it does give you a fair amount of color, not necessarily as intense as some that I've used. Like, for example, the Loving Tan, their Gradual tanner is a lot more intense, but With that being said, it's also tinted. So when you put it on, it does have that bronze like to it. And I do find it does get on my clothes and or my sheets. So keep that in mind. If you want like instant color, like, oh shoot, I'm going out tonight, I need it, the Loving Tan is good. But if you want just like an everyday lotion that's going to gradually build up color but not like tint you right away, I love this stuff. It smells delightful. The smell, it's called Santal. It's just nice. It's like, it reminds me of like a vacation house in like Greece or something. It's nice. It doesn't really have that. I know like all tanners are gonna have tanner smell. We all know, but this one is nice. It's not like a super intense tan smell. It's more just, like I said, like that smell of like, it smells like a bougie hotel on an island. I love it. So good. And another plus, ew, sorry, I just burped. That's so gross. Another plus of that is it soaks in really nicely. It doesn't leave you like greasy or slick or anything like that. So I love that stuff. Then the Mousse, I also love. This stuff is, first of all, the scent is different for the Mousse. This is blood orange. Oh, it does really smell like orange. It reminds me of like the orange seltzer water. So that's good. It does obviously have a slight, very, like when I say slight, I'm not just saying it, very slight after like a couple hours scent of tanner to it, but it kind of keeps that orange scent too. This is a bold move. I'm like waving this thing around over my white outfit. But what I love most, and if you've ever heard me talk about other tanners, I think I've mentioned this a lot. I hate sticky tanner. I hate it. I don't like sticky lotion. I don't like sticky tanner. I don't, this is why I don't like humidity. And as much as I want to move out of upstate New York, you guys, I don't know if I could do the humidity. I just can't. There's something about my skin. I like to be hydrated. I don't like to feel moisturized. Does that make sense? Because there's a difference, I swear. I want to feel hydrated, but I don't want my skin to feel slimy or sticky or greasy or like, I'm very particular about my lotions for that reason, because so tanners, you guys, my forever woe of my tanning chronicles is having to go to bed feeling like a sticky, greasy French fry that just came out of the oil. I can't take it. This is without a doubt, you guys, like name a brand and I will give a comparison. This is the fastest drying tanner I have ever used in my life. And I'm not exaggerating. I will say Loving Tan, Saint Tropez, what's the other one I used to talk about? What was the one that Sosu. The Sosu Dripping Gold, the St. Moritz I've used, the one that's in like a pinky nude bottle. They have it at Ulta, I forget. It's kind of like a matte pink bottle. I've tried that one. What is the one? Bondi Sands, I think. Bondi Sands. This is the fastest drying. I can put this on and within a couple minutes I will put my like sweats on or my pajamas. I usually do my tanner at night and then I sleep on it. And I can walk around and not feel like a gross French fry. It is just so... Okay, the caveat to that is it is a little tricky to get the hang of because it is so fast drying. So you got to kind of move fast with it, or it is going to start to kind of like set in one place. And then as you're trying to rub, it'll like kind of get like, I don't know the word, like it'll kind of like pull a little bit and like get funky. But just keep that in mind. You're not going to be able to sit there and like do. You have to kind of be quick. So placement is important. That's why I'll usually start on like a big area, like right in the middle of my thigh or like right here, and then work it from there. So you're not left with like a weird spot that you can't blend out. You know what I mean? And that's not to say it's not blendable, because it is, but it does dry very quickly. So I love that because that's kind of like what I've been searching for my whole life in a tanner. But but keep that in mind when you're working with it. Get yourself a good mitt and just blender, baby, blender. But the color is gorgeous. I want to like show you kind of like, I wish I had, I should find like comparison pictures, but I was at work yesterday and a woman came in and I was just wearing like a sleeveless top and she asked me, where'd you get your tan? Like, where did you go? And I was like, my bathroom. It's a bottle. So it is one of the more natural colors that I've used. Loving Tan, I find definitely pulls a little bit more like that reddy orange tone. The Saint Tropez, that one definitely is a lot more olivey. Sosu that I used to love, I still love it, but that one's kind of in the middle. I do love that color, but it's intense. This one's definitely going to be a lot more subtle than the Sosu, but it doesn't really pull orange and it's not so olivey that it's like a strange color. You know what I mean? How sometimes they almost pull like a green. It's just a beautiful color. That's it. It's a beautiful color. It dries fast. It smells nice. I can't say enough good things about that. I love that tanner. I love the Gradual lotion, and they have the face drops as well, which I was using the, what is the brand? Tan Lux maybe? Their drops. And then I got this one because, you guys, I'm not even gonna lie, I got this because I'm a sucker for packaging. How cute is that? Like, let me give you the whole lineup, because look how cute they are. Like, that just looks cute on your vanity or your counter. I'm a sucker for it, okay? They got me. But love the bronzing face drops. I'll do that. Those I typically do morning and night because I moisturize morning and night. So I just always mix them in with my face moisturizer and kind of incorporate it into my routine. Tanner is done. You guys, I'm already talking too long about one thing. We got to keep it moving. Okay, along that same like body care note. This is the Tree Hut Moisturizing Shave Oil. Soothes skin, helps protect against cuts. This is the Tahitian Vanilla Bean. They have a bunch of different, I was going to say flavors. Please don't eat this. They have a bunch of different scents. I just love the vanilla because I don't find it like conflicts with any body wash scent or like perfume. It's just like a nice light vanilla. I love this stuff, you guys. I obviously used shaving cream for a long time, like we all do, but I felt like they always kind of dried my legs out, and I also kind of felt like I was going through them really fast, and I don't have that hairy of legs, okay? Like, this is going in a strange direction, but it's not because I have legs that are that hairy. Like, I'm not out here weed whacking my legs, but you know, your leg is like, when you think about it, that's kind of a lot of ground to shave, especially if you're shaving your legs every day. So I was kind of going through shaving cream quicker than I wanted to. Like it seemed like I was having to keep rebuying it, and then I'd forget that I needed it, and then I'd have to use bar soap. And if you've ever shaved your legs with bar soap, girl, you know, you better have Band-Aids on hand afterwards. So this is a delight. It doesn't take much. I think I do like 2 pumps of it for my whole leg, and like when the bottle's this big, that goes a long way. This stuff is a miracle that was sent to me from above, and I have to credit, if you guys, all my ASMR girlies and guys out there, if you follow Ocean's ASMR, Oceana, she actually is the one who brought this to my world, because she included it in a video one time and she was talking about it, and I was like, oh, as she was like describing like her like underarms and deodorants she's used and stuff like that, and then using this, I was sold, because I was like, girl, that's me. If you have ever worked with me in the past, at any given moment throughout the day, you would hear me in the back room, psh, psh, especially in the summer, because I have a thing, like I don't, even if I don't smell bad, I'm so scared. I'm so scared of underarm sweat and like smelling. I'm very paranoid of it. Like I'm very conscious of making sure I don't smell bad. So I would just like, if it was summer and it was warm and I felt kind of like I might be sweating, I would be like, I have to put deodorant on, I don't want to smell, blah, blah, blah. And it was just a whole, I was going through deodorant like I was going through shaving cream. I'm making myself sound really attractive right now. But anyway, you guys, Ocean actually mentioned this spray, and it's basically, it's almost like a primer for your armpits. It is the Watermelon Probiotic Underarm Toner. It is by Bella Skin Beauty, and all you do, it says shake well to activate. Your deodorant will last all day. Say goodbye to body odor. You guys, they aren't lying. They're not lying. They're not joking. I checked. I freaking could not believe when I tried this stuff. I couldn't believe it. I was using like the clinical deodorant. I was like applying that heavily. Then I would go to work with my spray deodorant and spray that at least 3 times throughout the day because I was just so scared. I felt like nothing worked because sweaty girls, you know, once you like have deodorant on and you're sweating, you almost like your deodorant oxidizes, and it's not like the smell of BO. You just feel like my deodorant smells weird now and I don't like it. This stuff, you shake it up, shower, do what you gotta do, shake it up, spray it under your arms. I do like 3 sprays per armpit, and then I just take like a tissue and blot the excess. Then once you're dry, put your deodorant on. You guys, this changed my life. I'm not kidding you. This is probably, I would say, like my 6th bottle. I've been using it for a few years now. This changed my life. I can literally shower first thing in the morning, and I'm talking on a 90-degree day. Shower in the morning, put this on, put my deodorant on just once. I am good until like the following morning. I will not smell. I'm not really sweating that much. Like, you guys, this. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to know the science behind how probiotics work under your arms and bacteria and this and that. All I know is this stuff is a game changer. If you sweat, if you're like weird about deodorant and you feel like you're applying a lot, try this. I'm begging you, try it. It changed my life. Next, let's get into some, should we go perfume? We'll do perfume first. Okay. I was on the hunt, you guys. I wanted a new fragrance. I'm one of those girls, first of all, I'm very prone to headaches. I get bad, I call them my marathon headaches. I always know one's coming on because I will get, always behind my left eye, I will get like a stabbing pain. And I call it the stabby eye pain. Clearly I'm no stranger to this routine. I'll get this stabbing pain behind my left eye, and that's how I know it's coming. And then sure enough, the next day, I will get a headache that lasts me for like a good 3 days. If anyone knows what that's about, please tell me. Like, do I need to, should I be concerned, or is it just like a weird hormonal thing? I don't know. But I'm very prone to headaches. And for that reason, I'm very, very particular and sensitive about perfume. There's so many out there that I want to love and I want to wear, but I cannot because it's usually, if they are too floral, it just, I don't know, it triggers a headache so quickly for me, and I just can't do it. I want to, and I love smelling them on other people. Like, everyone else wears them so beautifully, but I'm just too, I don't know, my head is just too sensitive. I can't. So I have always been a musk girl. I would just get my little Egyptian musk. I usually got like the roller balls. I think they have them at Ulta. I usually got mine on Amazon or from this little store that has like incense that they sell. And I would just wear the Egyptian musk to death. I loved it. I still love it. It's probably my favorite, one of my favorite scents of all time. And not only do I love it, but it's never ever triggered a headache for me. It's just light, it's clean, it's pretty, it's feminine. I love it. But I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling left out. I wanted a perfume, I wanted a fragrance, I wanted something that was like gonna be pretty on my vanity. And so I started my search. I tried a few. I tried YSL, the one, what is it, Libre? The one that everybody loves, raves over. I love it. It's beautiful. I tried it. Unfortunately, it did trigger the marathon headache. So, what else did I try? I tried, there was one from Nest, I think, that I tried, which was pretty, but again, same thing. I don't know if it was just too floral, but I couldn't handle it. Then I stumbled upon this one. And you guys, if you know, you know, you don't, you don't want to fall in love with this perfume because she's not cheap. No perfume is, but you guys, when I went to buy it, I was like, really? This is the one that doesn't hurt my head? Okay, cool. Take my money and my soul. It's fine. You guys, this is the Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. And I did just get the smaller one because I wasn't sure if it was going to end up triggering a headache or not. And it didn't. You guys, this scent, it just, like this with the, what was I, this and this are both like, they give me the vibe of like my summer in Santorini. It is just beautiful. It's not too floral. It's not too masculine. It's kind of like a beautiful like blend of like spicy, earthy, but a little floral, but a little bit like suntan lotion, you know? It's summer. It's summer in a bottle. I fell in love and I was kicking myself for falling in love with such a pricey perfume, but it's worth it. You guys, I stand by that. If you find something you love, if it works for you and you're able to splurge on it, you deserve it. It's worth it. But getting to my next point, I loved the Tom Ford, loved it. But I kind of felt like when I was wearing it, I almost wanted to play with it a little bit and try to kind of like melt it down and make it a little bit smoother. Does that make sense? Like cut it because it's gorgeous, but I wanted it to be a little bit less intense, spicy smelling. So then I stumbled upon this at Sephora. This is the DedCool layering fragrance, and the fragrance is, or the scent for this particular one is Milk, and it's genderless, vegan. I don't even know how to describe this scent to you, which I know is very helpful. It's like, oh, it's, Milk is the perfect name for it. It's very, very, very light, which I guess obviously is the point. It's a layering fragrance, so it's not necessarily intended to be worn by itself because it's very light. But this, when you layer this with, like, for example, something like the Tom Ford, something that is a little bit more intense, a little heavier, a little spicy, it makes magic. Sorry. It makes magic, you guys. Like, I already loved the Tom Ford before. I loved it. This took it to the billionth degree. It was exactly what I was looking for. It softened it just enough. It didn't overpower the Tom Ford. It didn't take away from it. It just added like a little, like, if this is the Tom Ford, the Milk took it and was like, in the best way. Does that make sense? Like, it made like my favorite perfume of all time. It was just, marrying these two was the best thing I ever did. I feel like the matchmaker, and you guys are going to be together forever. That's it. It's beautiful. And I cannot tell you, I will say, the days I was wearing the YSL, the days I was wearing even my Egyptian musk, nobody really said anything about it, which, like, is fine, but I started to feel like, do people not smell it? Like, do people not? Every single day that I am wearing this combination, it does not matter where I am, somebody stops me and either just says I smell beautiful or asks me exactly what I'm wearing, and like, not even from that close to me, you know what I mean? It's not like you have to be like, let me see your arm. Like, people will smell it, and it is so nice. I cannot tell you how many people have died over that combination. So I would say, if you have any perfume that's a little more intense and like that, try this, the layering fragrance, the DedCool in Milk. Okay, so I had this journey that I was taking to find the perfect take with me highlighter, because I haven't been carrying a super huge bag as my everyday bag. And when I don't, my makeup bag is, it's like the the Louis toiletry, and it's too big to put in like a smaller bag. But you know, like you have those staples that you want to have with you throughout the day. For example, like your lippy to reapply, maybe a powder or some blotting sheets, or eyeliner. Everyone has their own lineup of their everyday things that they carry with them. One of mine is highlighter. Let me explain myself. I feel like with a highlighter, it doesn't matter if your foundation's kind of wearing, if like whatever else is, if your eyeliner gets smudgy, just turn it into a smoky eye, girl, it's fine. Highlighter is one of those products that I feel like you can do so many things with it and immediately just refresh your face. So like if you're at work all day and you're going to meet someone after work for dinner or drinks or whatever, take your highlighter. You can just dab it on your nose, above your little cupid's bow there, inner corner of your eye, even like on your eyelid, blend it kind of out, like to smoke out whatever you had on your eyes that day. Or not smoke out, but kind of like sheen it up. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's one of those products that you can just work in so many ways, or you can use it on your collarbones for a little like pop if you're going from work to happy hour. I like to always have one with me because I feel like it just instantly freshens your face and it helps you go from like one place to another with a little bit of like revival. So I wanted to find one that I could take with me when I have a smaller bag without having to have my whole big makeup bag, because the one that I was using was in like a big, not a palette, but it was like a powder, you know what I mean? Like a brick powder highlight. So I wanted one that was a little bit more travel friendly. I could throw it in any bag, and I settled on a cream highlight. So I went on a search. I wanted to find the perfect one, and sorry I keep itching. I have like a fuzz that's itching my nose. And I was doing my research, I was reading about a bunch of different ones, and a lot of the reviews, like I would see one and be like, ooh, love the packaging. I'm a sucker for packaging. It looked beautiful, but the reviews would say it doesn't last, it's taking off my foundation, it's this, it's that, and those are all things that I was like, well, that defeats the whole purpose. So, enter Dibs. I follow Courtney Shields. She is the founder or co-founder of Dibs Beauty, and I followed her on Instagram already, so I had kind of heard of it, but I had never really dabbled into it or like bought anything before. But I saw their highlight. This is called the High Road Highlight Desert Island Beauty Status. I think High Road Highlight is the shade. But first of all, the thing I want to point out is look how big this is, you guys. This is a honkin' highlight. Like, he's a big boy. And, oh, it smells like vanilla cake. Is that crucial? No, but it does make it really enjoyable to put on your face. So I settled on this one because I was seeing reviews of it and I was looking at like pictures and before and afters and just comparisons, and it just looked like a beautiful highlight, first of all. But I love that it's so big because I feel like that means it's gonna last me forever. I can do it on my collarbones. I can sweep it on my shoulders and blend it in if I want. If I'm throwing on a little tank top and running out to meet someone, I'm so happy I found this. I'm gonna show you. I was gonna do it on my nose, but I kind of already have a lot of highlight going on there. So let me do like a little swatch here. You guys, stop. That is beautiful. Hopefully the light's picking it up. So I snagged that because I was like, perfect. I can throw it in my smaller bags. I can keep it in my makeup bag when I have a bigger bag. I can bring it with me. It's gonna last me forever. It smells amazing. I just loved it. So I did try this and I ended up falling in love. Halfway through the day even, I'll sometimes just touch up like my nose highlight, or like I said, here in the inner corner of my eye, just to brighten my face up. I love it. And I didn't stop there. She does also have these little dual-ended sticks. These are, what are you called? So it's a bronzer and a blush, and this one that I had, I believe the shade was 5. There's different like shades of them, and I'll show you. So the one end, and I am wearing this today, the one end is the blush shade. Can you see that? And then, same stick, but on the other side is the bronzer. And again, there's different shades. This is number 5, but there's a whole bunch of different ones if you want something a little lighter, if you're a little more fair toned or deeper. I did this one because it just seemed like a nice summer. The blush is nice and coral. I don't know if you can tell, but I can't believe, I was like, this is the most like travel friendly makeup line I've ever seen, because just these 2 products alone, you can have your whole face. Like if you're in a rush, take the bronzer, you can use it as an eyeshadow. The blush can be your blush and your lip color. You've got your highlight. I was like, I could literally go out with my credit card, my ID, these 2 products, and my cell phone. Done. I'm gonna have the best night ever. So, Dibs, you're killing it. I love these. And I wanna point out, because this is important, I did not find it broke up my foundation. I've used it over a heavier foundation, the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I've also used it over a lighter foundation, the Dior Face and Body, which if you've used that, it's more like a BB cream kind of, a lot more sheer. Either one, it doesn't break it up. Today I'm doing the Dior Face and Body, so I don't know if you can tell, but it did not break up my foundation. It didn't sit weird. It blends beautifully. I've even applied the blush over top of a powder, and it didn't do anything funky. They blend out gorgeously. They dry down nice and powdery, silky. Love. So that's a win. What can we do? What can we do? Oh, this is my ride or die setting spray. The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Party all night, stay all day. I like what they're thinking. Anyway, this is my holy grail. I've tried a few. I've tried the Urban Decay. I think I had like an e.l.f. setting spray that I've tried. This, I tell this story to everyone whenever I'm talking about setting spray or like, yeah. I went to a baseball game, you guys. I went to a Yankees game in Baltimore, and it was mid-July. It was hot. Hot is an understatement. I was sitting in, the game was in the afternoon, which foolish of us to go to a baseball game at 1 in the afternoon on a like 93-degree day. There was no relief from the heat and from the sunlight. I was sitting for the length of a baseball game. It's a couple hours in direct sunlight, just like basking in the heat. And because, as I mentioned, I live in upstate New York, so to get from here to the game in Baltimore, I had to leave very, very, very early in the morning. So I woke up and I was putting my face on at 5 in the morning, I believe, and that was my face for the day, you guys. I put it on, I set it with this bad boy, and then when I got to Baltimore, I set it one more time just to be thorough. I went to that game. I sat outside in that direct heat and sunlight, 93 degrees. I'm not kidding you. I have never sweat so much in my entire life. My Bella Skin Beauty underarm spray was working triple time, you guys. It was so hot. I was sure. I was like, my face is about to be a dang mess. The baseball game ended. We went back to the hotel. We were going to go to dinner. I got in that bathroom. I looked in the mirror and I was like, is this real life? How? My face did not move. My makeup did not move. It did not bleed. It did not crease. It did not get funky. My makeup looked like it looked when I applied it that morning. And that was a whole baseball game's worth of direct sunlight mid-July. Sweating. It was just... Moral of the story, you guys. You need this. It is the best setting spray you will ever use. This is, I think, my 3rd bottle now. It is amazing. I promise you. Okay? All right. We're almost to the end, you guys. Now, kind of like navigating away from makeup. This candle is, I think, my all-time favorite. Oh my God. You guys, Walmart. This candle is not even $4, and it's a decent, this is like the size of a Bath and Body Works candle that they charge you $24.99 for, or whatever they are. You know the candles, the 3 wicks. This is not even, I think this is like 3 something at Walmart. This is the scent Crispy Treats. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not crazy about like the label. I don't care because you guys, oh my God. It's like candle serotonin every time. I can't smell it and not be in a good mood. This smells like Rice Krispie Treats and Fruity Pebbles had a baby. That is this candle. It is sweet, but soft. It's not sickening. It is just, it's literally like, oh, delightful marshmallow Fruity Pebbles. This is my forever favorite candle. I will say, I don't really burn it in the fall, winter, just because it's not really that time of year. I usually like to do more of like a vanilla or like a pine or things like that, like fall, winter. But let me tell you, as soon as spring hits, I am in Walmart and I'm buying out the whole shelf of these. Last time I was there were 4 on the shelf and I bought all 4 because it is incredible, you guys. And I know that sounds so dramatic, like it's a candle, relax. It just smells so good. It's just one of those smells, you're gonna smell it and it makes you happy. So if you're at Walmart, if you happen to see in their candle section, the Crispy Treats candle, it's like pink, bubblegum pink, just smell it. And I guarantee you're gonna end up walking out of there with it, maybe even a couple. Don't say I didn't warn you. All right. Whew. You guys, it is hot. It's getting toasty in here. Okay, let's do my last 2 things. This, speaking of baseball games, summer things. Oh, sorry, I'm whipping that chain around. It's probably like, this little pouch has been my savior for any and every outing I have had lately. This is just the Louis Vuitton Pochette. I think it's the mini Pochette. They have it in a few of the different prints. I know they have like the damier, the Ebene, the Azure, and then the regular monogram. I think there's other styles probably, like I think the Empreinte. Someone needs to correct my pronunciation, but don't hurt my feelings, please. Anyway, I don't know if this is just like a universal stadium thing or just where I live or what all the rules are, but where I am at least, for sporting events, for concerts, all that stuff, there are very specific like rules and regulations to what you can bring in. I think that's probably like a universal thing, which I get to an extent, but you guys, I'm talking like it's to the point where like a purse like this, like a crossbody purse that's like maybe this much longer than my hand, is not acceptable. You can't bring it in. You can have like a big clear tote, which is like fine. But the last concert I went to, it was a week where I didn't really want to be hauling around a clear tote with all my necessities inside, if you know what I'm saying, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. So, clear bag was a no-go. But it is so hard to be a girl and have to fit all the things you want to have in this tiny, like I'm talking like the rules like 4 inches by like barely 6 inches. It's like a palm. You can have a palm size bag. So even my wallet is longer than that. I've been at a loss. I was like so frustrated trying to find a bag that was cute but functional but fit all the regulations, and this has become my go-to for football games, baseball games, concerts, all that stuff. This is like, first of all, it's the proper size, so you'll be able to get inside. And surprisingly, you guys, you can fit a good amount of stuff in here. Like I just went to the Red Hot Chili Peppers concert in my town, my hometown, and I had to fit I had my phone with me, but I didn't put that in here. For reference, I have the iPhone 12 Pro, I believe. And I didn't fit it in here. I don't even know, actually, now that I say that, I don't think that I could. Yeah, that's a little too big, but I almost always have my phone in my hand anyway. So I would have my cards, my credit cards, my ID, I had those in here. I had gum in here. I had 2 different lip products in here because I had my color and then I had like a balm because the color was kind of matte. I had, due to the timing of the concert, you guys, I had, I think, like 5 or 6 at least feminine things in here because I was going to be out for a lot of hours and I didn't want to not have enough, you know what I mean? Like if you're, let me not go too far into that. But anyway, my point is I fit a lot of stuff in here and comfortably, and I was still able to bring it inside. And when I had my hands full, I was holding my phone, I was holding my, I think I had like a Truly or something, and I hooked this, because it unhooks. I hooked it right onto my belt loop on the front of my pants, so it just hung at my waist for like the whole time I had my hands free. And then obviously like I carried it when I didn't want to keep it hooked when I was walking around because I didn't want it to fall off, or I don't know if something happened or someone pulled it off. But while I was like standing and just, you know, jamming, dancing, I had it hooked on my pants and it was just so convenient. And so this has become like my little concert sporting event buddy. So if you need something that's like a small size but you want to be able to have your hands free, I love that you can hook it onto something if you have to, or it's just perfect little clutch size. So that's the OG. I'm probably going to be using that all summer at every other concert I go to. So, and when football season comes back, go Bills, that's going to be my go-to. Okay, last thing, you guys. This is kind of like a weird one. Well, I guess it's not really weird. It's kind of in the context of YouTube and whatnot. Okay. Speaking of poor camera setups, I have always had the struggle. I'm not good at figuring out setups. I'm not good at figuring out lighting. I'm not good at any of that. And my bathroom has terrible lighting. Probably the worst lighting a bathroom could have. It's awful. It is dim, but it's also kind of, it gives you like a, not even an orange wash. It gives you like a, I have radiation poisoning and I'm very ill wash. Like it just, it's terrible lighting. And so I would always try to work around it and just figure out a place I could go. But then that place didn't have any lighting, but then that one didn't have a surface for me to put my camera on or any of that. So for things like hair things, or if I'm filming like a get unready with me or anything like that, I had nowhere to put my camera in the area that I ended up using. There was just a big flat mirror. There was no shelf or anything like that. Anyway, I'm rambling. You guys, this thing, it kind of looks terrifying, like a claw. It's quite heavy for like a little mount. And it is not only quite heavy, it is quite pricey. But, hear me out. It is worth it. I think I paid $75 for this on Amazon. I'll obviously link it. Everything I'm going to talk about is going to be linked, but I would pay $75 for this 10 more times because it is that good. Never, ever, ever, ever has this thing collapsed on me, fallen off, dropped my phone, let me down. It suctions. Like when you stick it on that surface, it's not moving, girl. It is stuck. Like it's kind of, so you don't even have to really like, you know how some of them you have to like suction it physically? This one's different. You stick it on and then there's like a little, can you see this? Lever that you like do like that and it suctions it like by itself. Like you just press it onto like the mirror, for example, twist the little thing and it suctions it and it is on there. And then when you're done and you want to take it off, you just pull the lever back and it releases and you just peel it right off. Your phone's gonna rest right in there, and these little claw guys open so you can clutch it. This has been a freaking lifesaver, you guys. I'm telling you, I don't care that I paid $75 for a phone mount because it has been so worth it. It is like Old Faithful. It has not let me down yet. I don't think it ever will. So if you are somebody who needs like a setup to mount your camera somewhere that's just like a flat surface and you've been looking and looking and they're all failing you, if you've had the near-death experience of dropping your phone into the sink because your camera mount didn't stay suctioned, raise your hand, come sit by me. This is your guy. It's amazing, so worth the money. It is just so high quality and it's been a lifesaver. So that. Now that I'm sweating my bejesus off, I really shouldn't be drinking soda. Okay, I bought these flowers. Can someone help me? Is there a botanist in the house? You guys, I got these flowers at Trader Joe's. I've been on a kick where I want to have fresh flowers in my room all the time. They make me... Shh. They make me happy. I don't know what I thought I was buying with these. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what they are. And I'm feeling... Are these carnations? Did I buy carnations? Here, let me give you a good look. Get up close there. Does anyone know what these are? They started off like this, like little, I don't know, like little buds, and they're opening into these, like, it kind of looks like carnations. I don't know. They're pretty. I like the color, but I was like, did I just buy carnations for my bedroom? Don't they say carnations are like, don't buy carnations? Like, they smell nice. I don't know. Y'all, help me out. Help me out, floral people. What are these flowers? I don't know. What's your favorite flower to put in your bedroom, guys? Because I'm trying to, like, branch out. I have some baby's breath over there. Can you see it? It's way too big and overpowering for the little thing that it's in, but I wanted it to be in here, and I didn't have, like, I cut them too short, and I didn't have something that was, like, an in-between that they could go in, so they're just, like, overflowing. It's fine. But... let me know, what flowers do you like to keep in your house or in your room? I'm kind of like, I just want to go to like summery, light flowers. Preferably not carnations, if those are carnations. I don't know. Maybe they're not, but they kind of look like it, and I feel weird that I bought them if they are. I shouldn't care. A flower's a flower. Whatever. They're pretty. I appreciate them. You guys, thank you for hanging out with me today. Thank you for taking me back into your loving arms and accepting me after my 3,000 year hiatus. I'm so happy if you're still here. I hope this can continue to be just a fun place for us to hang out and chat and share things. There's so much I want to do here with this space and with you guys, and I'm just really excited. But anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging. Let me know if there's anything specific that you want to see, any questions, whatever. This is your space too. You're here with me. We're friends. Let's chill. What do you guys want to talk about next? Let's do it.